Alright guys, today we're going to do a comparison video, and I know everybody hates these because it is hard to compare different weapons, but there is reasons for it in Warframe. Especially when you have the Broken War and the War. Okay? None of these are new weapons, but it does take a long time to get the War. Okay? So that's why I'm going to compare them today, because today's like the second or third time I got the War. And unfortunately it always seems when I'm playing solo that I get it, and which really sucks for other people, you know what I mean? Like I'd like other people to get it, but because I know it's got like a 2.4 drop rate, I believe, from the stalker. So I'm going to show you without any mods on how the Broken War performs. Okay, I'm not using a pet right now, and whatever buffs are on him really doesn't matter, because I'm going to be using him for both weapons. Alright, so what I'm going to do is lower this down to probably 30 so I don't waste everybody's time. This thing does not have mods on it. I'm going to simulate and then go say hello to the neighbors. A little stabby action. We get a little heavy attack action in here. Not bad. I mean, these are only level 30s, so what do you expect? It's misleading with both the War and the Broken War. You would think that they have a long reach. They really miss their targets if you're not close enough for heavy attacks. Alright. So that's a Broken War. No mods, no stance. And I'll switch to the War and do the exact same thing. And switch this over here. No mods, no moss. Alright, simulate. Go stabby. The one thing without mods, the War has more damage, so in that way, at a lower level, it can be more effective. Do a heavy on this one. Gee, I missed. Gotta get close with these things. Alright, I think that's everybody. I'm going to show the stances real quick and go over the stances that I use. And then in the second part of the video, we'll talk more about the builds. So, let's see here. Actually, I could just go back. Upgrade. Make a Fig A. Tempo Royale I use for the War. And then for the Broken War, I use Crimson Darvish. Okay, this next part of it's going to go into preferences. I personally like speed builds, so I'm not a big heavy weapons guy. But I'm going to set up 5 120s, and this is a damage build. So. As you can see, with a lot of damage on here, and no speed, you can kill pretty adequately. So it depends on what kind of player you are. I'll show you that build real quick. It's a damage build. It's a hybrid, crit and status. So, and it's corrosive, obviously. So you know if you were gonna change, you would change these two out for different factions. But corrosive is pretty run and gun now. And then here's a speed build, which is probably more my style. Maybe not as effective though, but I just can't stand the slow game. So let's do this again with a speed build on. And this is just a slash run and gun type build. Alright, so I'll show you that build again. That's just a run and gun type slash build, all slash and all speed. So it's a crit build too. Well, hybrid crit, you could call it, hybrid status crit. And then let's go take a look at the war. Sorry, the broken war. There we go. And make sure we're on the right thing. Yep, there's the build for my broken war. And as you can see, the Broken War is pretty much a crit machine. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty between the two. The War is harder to get, so people think it's better. It's going to come down to preference. If you like heavy melee, I can't stand heavy slow melee, although you could build it effectively so you're only swinging, you know, once as opposed to 3 times. My play style is speed, so for me, the Broken War, I've personally liked better. It seemed to do a lot better in multiple situations, but that's a preference thing, guys. And if you have the Broken War and you only have one, don't burn it for a war. Just wait till you get 2 and then make the war and have both. But most people, that the consensus is, once they've had both, they like the Broken War. And I never had a problem with the Broken War. Just didn't get the war for a long time when I was playing. Really wanted it. Thought it would be so much better if the Broken War was broken. Well, it's broken because it works real good. But I mean, if it was only half as good as the war, you would think it's amazing. So I'll give you a shot of this build again. This is my build that I use generally when I use the Broken War. So